Murray,
Hello.
how's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing?
What up,
Pretty
Shay?
good.
How's it going, Patrick? Nice to
Pretty
see
good.
you.
How are you, man?
Good, good.
Did you had a birthday this week or what?
I did, yeah.
Happy
Yeah, the big
birthday.
30.
Wow, you're doing your homework.
Did you say the big 30?
That's it, yeah.
Oh man, I bet this isn't the 30th birthday you expected.
No, but it's one that I won't forget. I feel like I was almost busier than normal on my birthday. Like I feel like there were so many people, had the free time to call me, and some people came over and just said what up from the balcony. I rigged up a basket with some rope and just lowered it down for any gifts people got, and then lifted it back up. It's pretty great.
Oh, there he is.
There we go.
Whoa, you're at the donut mill.
Yeah, buddy.
Trev always does his homework for the background.
Trying to want to feel like I'm a part of it more,
That's so funny. What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
man? Pretty good. I mean, all things considered, in the same state as everyone else, probably.
We're supposed to be touring Europe right now.
Yeah.
And I guess
Like-
the timing of it, if we could, I mean, in hindsight, this would have been the ideal time to lock ourselves, like isolate together somewhere in a studio and make like 6 records. But we actually just got home from finishing our newest full length record at the end of February, and then all of this hit. So it was kind of like, reverse timing for what would have been ideal. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I had my moments of feeling pretty sorry for ourselves when we first had to cancel our European tour, and then you kind of zoom out, no pun intended, and you take a look at everything else that's going on in the world, and we've got it really good here in Edmonton. There's not a lot of cases, and for the most part, all 3 of us and all of the people we know have their health still, so that's a positive. We were quarantining. We were all just together. We barely saw the sunlight. We were like vampires just dwelling in a basement making a record, so it was pretty cool.
So you finished recording it. Now what happens now? Like what kind of delays are you guys facing?
Well, we've got some goofy stuff to go along with it. We're actually going to release the first song on May 6th, and it's called Call Your Friends, which, ironic, it's like the whole song is extremely pertinent to these times, but I wrote it back in October, November last year. And so we got a really good videographer or editor he sent us a shot list. So all 3 of us, we shot a lot of we just took a bunch of selfie shots around the house, playing along to the song and doing some stuff. And then he compiled it all and made it look way less square than that sounds. So,
All right.
So I'm excited to be able to put that out. But as far as our timeline goes, I think we're going to try to stick to our original timeline as far as releasing the music. Obviously, the touring aspect is very much up in the air still. We've got a full release tour booked for September and October right now, and November.
Okay.
But I have no idea. I have no idea if that's going to come through or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear every day. You hear different things. You get people saying no, that's impossible. And then you hear other people saying, that should be fine. And I'm happy to err on the side of caution. I think we should assume that it's not going to happen and try to make plans around that. But if it does, that's all good.
Even booking tours into the new year, a lot of venue owners, they're not even bothering to take emails right now and trying to rebook things until we get a little bit more clarity going on. Because obviously festival season's done, and the next thing to hit would be September, October, which would be our tour. And our manager's been trying to, kind of put out feelers to see if it's possible to book anything more concrete in the future. And right now it's not doing so.
We're trying to work on some fun ways to promote some content, but we've never been the most content heavy band. Even before this happened, we've always kind of tried to let the music speak for itself and show up at the live shows and really show people what we're about. But
None of us are very tech or gear savvy, so
Yeah.
we're also trying to adapt to more this online streaming and trying to send files back and forth and record stuff over it and whatever. Most bands I feel have one person who's really good at that kind of stuff, but none of us have ever geared gear at all.
You've made it this far though, so you guys are good.
we're good at music, but that's the one thing we can't do right now. We can't really jam together, and that's what sucks. That's what hurts the most. This is the longest in our adult lives, or since we all met each other. This is the longest we've ever gone without being together. as, and since we were probably 11 years, I mean, I've known Mur since I was 5 and Shay since he was 11 or 12. So
Yeah.
weird times, man.
I do want to address the for our listeners, the daydreaming. Daydreaming the song's obviously been out for a while, but so is the music video, and the music video is quite literally a trip.
There was a whole team of people working on that one. They're called the Amazing Factory, is what they call themselves, based out of Vancouver,
Right? Yeah.
or Surrey even. But they did an incredible job, and that was the first time in our career that we've just given total control to somebody. Like we didn't. Usually we kind of actually we've been in a lot of our music videos, and they've been very goofy and whatnot. So we've been very hands on. But with this one, we kind of just like, you guys do something crazy, we want you to enjoy it, and they seem to have a really good time making that. So they've all
looks like it.
Yeah, they've all been very excited to show it off. It's probably our like darkest video. Like when I first saw it, the first edit, I was like, oh my god, this is terrifying.
We actually took out like a couple of the crazier things. We're like, we don't know how we feel about that. So
yeah,
I got scared at one point. I was watching it the other day, and I don't even know what it was. I don't know if it was a monkey or some sort of creature, but I didn't go back to find out. Have you guys been doing much band related stuff in isolation?
I guess just like the dirty work right now, right? Because we've got
Just
all
the
this stuff
stuff.
coming out, so it's been all the behind the scenes business kind of stuff.
mixing and mastering and figuring out the team. And I mean, we play video games together.
Yeah, that's been fun. My girlfriend is she just decided a couple days ago that we should repaint our apartment, so I'm in the middle of that right now. My place. That's why I've got the fake background, because right now my place is in chaos.
No, that's good. Have you guys been binging anything? You guys do the whole Tiger King mess?
Yeah,
I
watched Tiger King. Yeah,
I really liked Ozark a lot.
The new
Yeah,
Ozark.
Ozark's awesome.
Succession is the show I'm watching right now,
I never got sick of that intro song. I usually get so sick of intro.
and it happens throughout the entire
I know,
Yeah.
it's pretty
every
good.
episode. It's a sick show.
What about music? Is there anything that you guys have, like now that we've all got time, I think more people are listening to music more than ever, possibly. But is there anything that you've revisited from the past, or anything you've discovered for the first time that you want to talk about?
I've just been going through my record collection. Like I don't have a ton of records, but between my girlfriend and I, we just have a bookshelf full of them. So I've kind of just been picking them off one at a time and throwing them on the record player. To be honest, I actually haven't been like cruising the internet or Spotify for like a bunch of the new releases as much as I probably should be. But I think it's just, I don't know why. It's just I find comfort and solace in the old records that I've got.
Yeah.
Right, you're still just listening to like Prine and Neil Young over and over again.
Yeah, John Prine, rest in peace.
I gotta say, I listened the day he died. I popped on. I don't know like why that guy. I just ignored his name for years and years. But
One of the best writers ever.
John Prine, he's got such an eloquent way of talking about the most difficult things. It sounds like such an easy conversation.
Tells it how it is.
Hope he's rested in peace. It's great. That was when it really first hit me. This whole, I mean, this sounds rude, but that was like an idol of mine that Corona has definitely shook up more than anybody else I'd really heard of. It sounds really morbid, but
no,
I just couldn't believe it. It's like, John Prine, you kidding me? That guy's like, he's fought off cancer and a bunch of things, and like he's just a warrior. And then
You're supposed to headline Edmonton Folk Fest this year too.
yeah, he was supposed to be,
man.
So.
Yeah, and he was supposed to play last year.
There's a Prine song, and he covers this Blaze Foley tune, Play Pigeons.
Play Pigeons.
Yeah.
It's like one of the coolest songs like ever written, and I didn't know that wasn't a Prine song. And a buddy of ours, Lucas Chason, has been covering this song. What's it called?
If I Could Only Fly, right?
Yeah, If I Could Only Fly, and that's also a Blaze Foley tune. So I've been checking out this guy Blaze Foley, and he's this guy. He died like in the late '80s, and he was just this unknown songwriter, basically from Austin, and he just has these amazing songs. And like I heard his version of If I Could Only Fly, and I'm like sitting here in my self-isolation, just fucking bawling my eyes out.
Murray, what about you? Any listening tidbits?
I've actually been diving back into jazz land. I feel like I did a jazz degree, but that was probably like 2013 I graduated, so I kind of have been more in rock and roll mode since then. But now that I have more time, I'm kind of just like diving into jazz. And it's also true, like New York is like one of the worst hit places in the world, and all the old jazz legends basically like live there, so a few of them have already died.
Yeah.
Worried
really
about worried about the history of jazz there for sure.
Yeah, and I guess
Yeah.
Murray and his fiance, because he got engaged during this pandemic.
What?
Yeah,
I did,
yeah.
yeah,
How
true.
about that for news?
Congrats, dude.
But
That's the
it's
news. That was pretty like early into it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a trip booked down to Bragg Creek. There's this little like bed and breakfast we really like, and I was gonna do it there, but you know, I figured this was gonna go on forever, so we just had like a romantic little date night at home and proposed. Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
and now it's
Mhm.
like, and they're on a honeymoon for for the foreseeable future. You
And
know, it's like
this is our honeymoon. Yeah.
yeah. But
She
I
did
guess I
say
was gonna
yes,
say-
right?
It did say yeah. So that'd
Okay,
be
good.
really awkward.
Yeah. Sorry, you're
Really
gonna have to
awkward
live together.
quarantine.
March 19th on the Scenic Route to Alaska Twitter. At that point in this
Oh, yeah.
isolation thing where I'm just walking around the house humming Christmas songs.
It's still happening. It's like I think I put that into my head and then it won't go away now.
March, that was over a month ago.
I know I'm losing my shit over here.
You think you're in Gasoline Alley?
I know. Zoom is my only. This is the vacation I get. I just go on Zoom and pick different places. You might appreciate this one here. This is a good. This is a classic.
Oh, there we go.
You can add videos to Zoom. Yeah, this is how we've been hanging out. There was one of our buddies in Toronto. We had a Zoom with him, and we all got a little bit weird and
Oh, that's
just
so
ended
funny.
up like having a party
Like,
together.
like that.
So there's ways to hang out with your buddies still.
When was the last time you were at Bose? Have you been there in 2020?
No, not
I
2020.
think just for dinner there, right?
No, but that was even. We went in like
Yeah, I think
that was like
I
October or something.
was the new stage already in?
He was
Mm,
just getting it in, I think, because there was a Spice Girls tribute band that night, and I think they wanted a bigger stage, so I think he used that as an excuse to expand it. But ever since we started going there, because we probably first played at Bose like 4 years ago, maybe. What do you
4 or
think?
5 years ago.
And so, when we first went, there was like a tiny stage with like one monitor and like one main, and then every single time we've come back, it just grows and grows and grows and
Yeah.
grows and grows. And so he's just doing an incredible job of like facilitating a venue and an environment where bands want to come play. You know, he does such a great job of it.
we have a show booked at Bose in like October, I
Right.
think. But you know,
We'll
TBD.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right, guys. Well, is there anything you want to add? Anything you want your listeners or our listeners to know from Scenic Route to Alaska? Any final words?
I think we got the real stuff out of the way in the beginning there, just to
Yep.
keep tuned. We got some new stuff coming out, which we're fortunate to be able to push out during these times. And yeah, looking forward to getting some new music into people's ears. And other than that, just stay safe and stay sani, and hopefully we'll be able to like rock out in person soon. Really can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to make loud noises. I can't
really
wait
can't
to
wait.
just crank my amp up on stage. For the next 2 years, sound guys are just gonna hate me. I just want to be so loud. I've been so quiet this whole time.